I'm Francelina. I'm from Queens, New York, and my starting weight is 267.
I'm Joe from Williston, Florida. I'm 365 pounds. Um, Actually, the show found me in a way that my brother, I have an identical twin brother, and we were sitting there and being former athletes, both playing collegiate athletics and a little bit dabbled in the pros. We were sitting there, and you always have these kind of moments in your life, say aha moments or, thing that just changes your life. And I've been motivated my whole life in athletics, playing sports and being a coach at the collegiate level. You're always motivating people to get better, do their best job, get more out of them. And my brother and I were sitting there in the cardiac intensive care unit, and we're waiting for the doctor to tell us that my father's heart's back on. It's back running. The surgery went well. And I look across the room at my brother, and we're identical twins, so I'm looking at myself in a sense across the room. And I look at him, I said, "Boy, Henry, you're huge." And he looked over at me and paused for a second. He goes, "Well, what do you think you are, a ballerina?" And it was at that moment we looked at each other and we said, we have to do something about this, because if we don't, we already have cardiac disease in our family because our father's in there. One of us is going to be in there. At 43 years old, my father had his first heart attack at 56, but he was nowhere near the size that we are. Had nowhere near the BMI that we had. It was just like a fast track to diabetes and everything else. And it was really interesting because my brother called me after that and said, "Hey, I know what could help us." And I said, "What's that?" He goes, "The Biggest Loser."
I've struggled, I would say I was plus size like all my life, but definitely after my father passed away, I started packing on the pounds. I mean, I was very stoic how I dealt with it. You know, we were in such a financial crisis that I couldn't even deal with it emotionally. So, I had like a drill competition, I still went. I had my SATs that week, I still went. Nobody saw me cry, and that's how I dealt with it. Like I was telling Joe, now every time I talk about my father, 9 years later, I cry because this is when I'm dealing with it. And that's probably how I was dealing all these years with it. So I think it has a lot to do with it. And, every time we're working out and everything, that's in my head now. And I'm thinking about it in a more positive way instead of beating myself up, because when I was trying to lose weight by myself, I was thinking, my God, I've let you down. I've let my father down. And now I'm trying to be positive about it. Like, this is a side of me that I need to figure out. And there's somebody great under all this.